Abusuya ya mama kwa basronko so the Bagana Politics Avenue so Abusuya mama yembo nra yensemu. Sena no first time I wohwe ya no wa subscribe no wa share no wa hit on notification bell no so amaye na nsemi ba political headline so a na edi bi aba abedom no Abusuya mama yembo nra yensemu. Abusuya ye be breaking wo political headline no so the mamo say eye chema want to be new lawyer wafa no ye fe na Atta petition e de koma ye court and as attorney general say ye chema Wontumi sama boy case no aka osere court ne say omontwe nko akire kakra emma no because afi na waba afi na no so ebehwe eye nkratam ti no osere court no entwe nko akire kakra ma ama na endo ye be breaking ni mamu say ye omo hye eye court no hye eye Wontumi&Lawyer ne say omamapu 29th de ese omo ka no omo nka abusuya ena no pe asema abetu dua ne say eye attorney general eye petition na say ensim na mko ka chi attorney general so omo time na omo so emfa hwe eyi no abusuya attorney general abo eye da letter no agu ama sisi eye asohye ana abeto chama Wontumi ene ne lawyer so sisi a me no eka say ene sisi de eye chama Wontumi&Lawyer eye petition ochokoma attorney general say o say attorney general say eye emre eye 3 July eye judgment day no o say omo ntwe nko achi no abusuya sisi a omo abo atu agu ama sisi asohye aba ebo ensem no ana ya project to school ni nchen ama ono. Attorney General reject Atta's request to delay judgment in Wontumi Samuel Boy case. Aye Attorney General request na aye Atta requesting wabo atu agu ama sisi ache ma Wontumi de asohye and atono so. Ebusha mo mienko tie nsem bi so a eka ho no ye ba ye de diaka ebeto am so.
Tell me can say na wakodu honom no in fact tama ayi ni yayi no mo ka che doctor wo say doctor enka so ye den eba because say be aduru no you see international standard crampo no so wife do baby na say oba be wo kra na omo encourage na say omo encourage say be ma ne be ka oba no ho e bia wo na upia oyere ko ne ko wo bra but ono ya medical officer doctor ni bia so nim de mi kan e no kodu honom no hwe bibia na bibia ye okay e no san baaye enti say MPP for nam say Dr. Franka Mwakwe ni ira ko US or ko US in fact for the even enya US and UK. That's number one. In the say Poliando on can again Poliando.
Okay, so that was I will come to. I'm not yet on health yet. Let me wrap up on Amakuhine's situation. So that was Amakuhine's aide. He says that there's a condition that affected the lady, which condition affected the lady when they were in the United Kingdom. The story is that their birth occurred in the United States. The distance between the United Kingdom and the United States is 6 hours. Sometimes 7, sometimes 8. Minimum is 6 hours. The distance from the United Kingdom to Ghana, maximum, is 6.5 hours. Maximum. The distance between United Kingdom, it depends on where in the US you are going, minimum is 6 to 7 hours. It could be 8, it could be 9, it could be depending on where you're going. But if you're coming to Ghana, the maximum is 6.5 hours. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? This is crass PR. Crass. C-R-A-S-S. Crass PR. But that happens when you have empty heads like that running the show. I don't have much to say about that. I'll leave it there. Let's get on to the health matters. My friend Kwabena Mintah Akando has come up for huge criticism. The latest story is that the Asante Hene in Kumasi has managed to get the doctors to get back to work. I'm not sure what is the status of the suspended doctor because that was an important part of the strike. Mintah Akando says he suspended the doctor because he wanted the doctor was going out of line. His Excellency the President had made a directive that no emergency cases should be turned away. And the doctor was announcing that because of the Konfanoti Teaching Hospital's capacity, the capacity has been stretched. And you know, the thing with medical science and its delivery is the environment. It's always very, very important in the environment. You cannot bring a doctor to the Accra Sports Stadium and ask him to conduct a surgery. He can't do it. Yes, he's a doctor. He knows how to do it, but he can't do it at the Accra Sports Stadium. He has to go and do it at the 37 Military Hospital, Kolebu Teaching Hospital. So the environment is very important for the medical delivery, the delivery of the medical service, I should say. And this doctor, observing the situation, followed best practice protocol, as the doctors would like us to believe, best practice protocol, and indicated that bringing a patient here will probably make it worse for the patient because we're unable to attend to the patient. So take the patient elsewhere. I understand that when LAMS was there, they had a system where they know where every ambulance knew where to take a patient within a certain parameter geographically. So that is gone. But this happened. Then the minister decided to suspend the doctor, and then all hell broke loose. Tonight we are hearing that the Asante Hene has said something, has put something together. There is a video from Ashanti region that seems to have more information than we could gather here. For that reason, we'll plead with you to show you that video. The gentleman who was falling down, that video. Let's have a look at it. And then come back and you can tell me what you think about this matter. It's very, very critical. Health is always very, very important. Let's have a look at it.
Nyansa bibie ni wa na dwemu da ho bekase ye nhwa yarefo wo fam me beka bi mi mbodi na no wo mi yes ami jamfie yi ni na se ye ni yi e kwese ados ntwana pani bi wa bam ho kai konfo anochi ye de to stretch aso me hwe because virtually the whole place is full.
Crowded and kasa.
Let me ask. Regional Minister Mekancha said he was not part of a meeting now. When we decided here, say, "Dime be a woman use dime motobi." Ombe says he mako jaya for woman.
Regional Minister here Nancy and you call.
I'm going to Mekancha Msani America me boy.
Ah, okay.
For them to arrive at that decision tells you how full the place is. Now let me move away from there. It's a penny for no person chair say doctor for they don't know how to cater for people ana. I didn't say penny be say additional dream say obi ba fam kura ye nhwe no. Wo mo yare an no for play ko. What stops us from making sure say the facilities are available? Ye hwe obi wo fam ana. One say ye ya mana ye say enkoye normal say yare for ba fa to fam. And we want to look at them to do this. Now where you just like I said, obesity them.
Ashanti regional, another big hospital.
Where hospital?
Yes, sissy ho.
500 bed capacity.
Yes, sissy ho.
500 bed capacity.
Now,
yes, because man penibia bresun wo yeah, it's yeah. One said the Omaya prisoners will come home. Dan back Munipa 300 year go. San on person ye Ghana for. We are na ye loko Gia, got deaf them near show. We are near loko Kolebua, got deaf them near show. One more Yaria, woman got a bank hospital, yet not got special ward. Special ward, maybe. Oh, Yaria fly no. We free one ya fly. Oh, Yaria fly no. And Wakoja is up. Young far way normal. The doctors should be united. The nurses should be united. Enough of the nurses from the politicians. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Do we have enough hospitals? Look at this country. A country just about 33, 35 million. To me, see hospitals are. We are Obiaka so yare hospital.
Ah, send us the 70 years.
70 years. 70 years.
For pension 10 years.
70 years old. 70 years. Yes, see, I for Yaren work hospital. Young to firm.
That's some
young fire for to firm. And we are in this country watching these politicians misbehave.
Sorry.
We are in this country watching these politicians fool the hell out of us.
Sorry.
I understand.
Hold on.
That was very telling, wasn't it? I think the account part, those of you didn't understand, he was just lamenting about how a decision has been taken and some important national figure had to come to Confanoche Teaching Hospital because of the space, lack of space. He was operated on from the stretcher from the ambulance. And that's what he said. He said that Dr. Frank Makohene is aware of this and he was part of the meeting that made the decisions. And he's concerned about the hospital thing. But I like also to pick another video from Kwame Danso. Kwame Danso was a running mate of Alan Chemati in the last election. Kwame Danso has taken the swipe at the health minister, which I think is a bit unfair. to the health minister. But Kwame Danso had a lot to say. Have a look at it.
Akano is one of the worst performing ministers in Ghana today. Let's face it.
That's not true.
Because he is more of a knee-jerk minister. Whenever he hears that there's an issue in a hospital, then he takes the media and then he runs there, walking like some Arnold Schwarzenegger into those hospitals. That's what is happening. Because all the videos I've seen of him, when there's an issue, then he carries the media. He walks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He goes there, and that's what. Then we come back to ground zero. The issues still persist. Look, let's veer away from some of these sensationalism into an arena of seriousness. Healthcare delivery is a serious business. Akano is one of the worst performing ministers in Ghana today. Let's face it.
That's not true.
Because he is more of a knee-jerk minister. Whenever he hears that there's an issue in a hospital, then he takes the media and then he runs there, walking like some Arnold Schwarzenegger into those hospitals. That's what is happening. Because all the videos I've seen of him, when there's an issue, then he carries the media. He walks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He goes there, and that's what. Then we come back to ground zero. The issues still persist. Look, let's veer away from some of these sensationalism into an arena of seriousness. Healthcare delivery is a serious business.
Waiting concern Musa. This is Kwame Danso of the NDC, but he's Alan Chamastin's running it. Kwame Danso of the NDC. When we're in university at Legon, the School of Performing Arts, they had what they call a theater week or theater season. I think theater week. And in the theater week, they show classic plays at the Ifwa Sutherland place. And I will just go and watch it. And in Commonwealth, when you're going to watch drama, you are thought to be very weak. So I don't tell them I'm going to watch drama. They don't like that. They're going to watch drama, saying, "You're a vandal, you don't watch drama." So I don't tell them I'm going to watch drama. So I go. There was one of the plays, I don't know who wrote it, but I guess any of them can do it. Most of my friends, two of them have passed. So it's with a very heavy heart that I talk about School of Performing Arts. Godwin Kote and Eko Blankson were both good friends of mine. Both of them passed. And I used to go and watch them perform. Eko Blankson in particular was a brutal, outstanding stage performer. And Godwin Kote was a great writer of great things. In fact, his play, Itu Ato Barikese, is still one of the best. Now, there was a performance there called... one of the titles, so there's Our Husband Has Gone Mad Again, and then there are others, I remember them. But there was one that said, No Tears for Anansi. Anansi being the famous Anansi we all know. There was a play, it was very, very nice play. It's entitled No Tears for Anansi. So please tell Kwame Danso that you were watching Good Evening Ghana, and I said that the message to him is No Tears for Anansi. Minister, go on, you haven't done anything wrong. Just do your work, okay? Let's make sure that we have injection. Ebola has come. Make sure that we are under control. Kwame Danso there, don't mind him. Don't forget about him. Okay, just do your work. That's Minister Akando. Away from the minister, I'm going to give you a practical example. These are the hospitals that have been built, completed, finished. Maybe needs a few things to finish. And somebody told me something very instructive. She said, the equipment inside the hospitals, if they are not used and they are not kept in cool temperatures, they will collapse and will pay more. That will be causing financial loss to the state. And now who caused some? Now who has caused that financial loss to the state? Do they know the lawyers that are coming in 2029? Your boy Adame is there, Bafo is there, Odotobri MP was in, Tony Mayer is there. They should be careful. We don't want any crying in Ghana. They should be careful. Because you can't do this. This is causing financial loss to the state. When Akufo-Addo refused to open Sagleme, there was a demonstration there. That open the Sagleme, let people go and stay in it. And then government had to go and look at it. Look at what is happening. 250 bed, Suedru, they won't open it. Because if they open it, they have to say in the speech that this hospital being open today was concluded by the Akufo-Addo administration, saying that is like a bitter pill to the person who is writing the speech, the person who read the speech, the police band that will play the anthem. It's like a bitter pill. Why must it be so? Is it not about the same Ghana? Look at what they have done. This is Afari Hospital in Ashanti region. 500 beds. This is the hospital. Is there. Finished. Complete. Open it and let Ghanaians go and get health care. And stop the drama and the blogger and the social media and minister is carrying camera behind him. Stop all that. This one, Trede, Agenda 111, Trede Hospital. Look at it. It's about 80% complete. Put the money there to complete it. The money that they are putting in their pockets to go and have children in America. The thousands of dollars that Frank Amoako-Hene puts in his pocket to go and have a child in America. They should use it to complete this hospital so that Ghanaians in, let me go back to that, Ofori Chrome. Yes. Ghanaians in Ofori Chrome, they can have this. This is in Kumasi. Look at this hospital. 100 bed, 500 bed, close. 250 bed, close. That's 750. 100, 850. Please, the other one, the last one was what? The trader thing. That one is, okay, we don't have that yet. But at least there are 800 beds available with maybe about a few millions of dollars. Traders 100 I hear. A few millions of dollars. It can be completed. But they won't complete it. This is Cath Maternity Block. I think the one that Asante is involved with. Look at it. They are building it. And they are rather doing big push and big this and big that. This is where we are. This is where we are. Anyway, one health worker wrote something that was very instructive. And he referred to Akufo-Addo. They're going to put it on the screen in a bit. So the person who put it on social media is called King Timeless. And he has Akufo-Addo's photograph there. He said, dear, actually he wrote formal, but he means former. Dear former President Nana Addo, on behalf of the allied health professionals, nurses, lab technicians, NAC is what? I don't know what NAC is. NAC, NAC, please, if you know, help me. Pharmacy and midwives, I express our heartfelt appreciation for improving the nurse recruitment process during your tenure. We acknowledge the positive impact of your efforts and thank you for making it easier for our seniors. We pray for your continued good health. It's now that we understand that you were not a president, but God sent. God bless you. Have you seen? You see, when you are doing politics, you always have to be careful that the seed that you sow, when it grows, you can deal with it. This is the man they call names. He's a criminal. He's stealing Ghana money. He's wicked. God should kill him. He should die in plain. They go on demonstration. They wear red. Amoako-Hene, this empty barrel, he was part of it. They wear red. Then they go and say, God should kill Akufo-Addo for us. Today, the nurses who voted on block for NDC, because they were promised certain things, and I will vote for NDC too. If I was part of the nurses group, I will vote for NDC as well. The nurses voted for NDC on block, big time. Today, one of them comes and says that it's now that, this is the last paragraph, it's now that we understand that you were not a president, but you were God sent. God bless you. The health industry in Ghana, since the venerable Akufo-Addo left, has collapsed on his head. The entire health industry. You voted separate. Look at the health industry has collapsed. As important as health. As for education, let me not even come there. I'll come there. Health industry. Since Akufo-Addo left power, if anybody were to do a survey, it is on his knees, collapsed to the ground. Health is gone. We have a minister. We have a deputy minister who is a surgeon. We didn't have Ajamenu. He's not a surgeon. He was, as we say in Kwamo in Ejuso, he was accountant. Accountant. That's how we say it in Kwamo. You can't change us. We are like that. It's not your matter. He is an accountant. Ajamenu. He is not a surgeon. Here, they have one of the ministers, a surgeon. She's the health minister. The health industry, since the exit of Akufo-Addo, has collapsed on his knees. The last time they brought some ambulance type and people were laughing at it, they call it what? They say it's Preja. Yeah, that's how the people said. I didn't say it. I wasn't there when they launched it. When I opened my social media that morning, people were laughing. Hey, what's Praise Jab? They go, don't they remember the ambulance? And people were now sharing the videos of the old ambulance. You see, the internet and videos has made politics come in line. You see, now it's difficult to do dishonest politics. Because if you do dishonest politics, the videos will come. It will show. You can't do dishonest politics anymore. If you do dishonest politics, they'll remind you of it. So the health industry, where is, in fact, maybe we should do a documentary. Where is Ghana's health industry? Where is it? Where is the health industry? Doctors are not happy. Nurses are not happy. Midwives are not happy. Everybody in the health industry is not happy. We, the patients too, we are not happy unless you have a lot of money. Like Franka Mwakohini, to take your wife to America, you take your wife to Qatar. Amakwini works at Kyea UST Hospital, so he's well known there. He's most likely going to get a good service. His wife also works at Kyea UST Hospital, but the situation is so bad that they had to run away to go and have the child elsewhere because they wanted the Akufo-Addo kind of health care that they have not been able to deliver to the people of Ghana. They went to seek Akufo-Addo's kind of health care in the United States of America and in the United Kingdom. That's the Ghana that we now are working in, where health sector has completely collapsed. Hospitals are not being open. Children's hospitals, beautiful ones. Alhaji Shaibu, my friend, the member of parliament, he has to go and lead a demonstration there before they look at it. This week, the Parliamentary Committee on Health, they are going to the hospitals to go and look at it because they are worried and their constituents are giving them pressure that you need to go and look at it. So the parliamentary committee this week is going to look at it. What is this? What is this? What is this? Akufo-Addo, thank you, Thank you very much. Anyway, I saw Akufo-Addo at the weekend. Was it at the weekend on Friday? Godfrey Dame had a birthday party and I saw Akufo-Addo. I was so happy. I've not seen him in a few weeks. This is our photograph, one of the photographs we took. The viewers, please, can you see it? So I'll tell you what we were talking about here. I'll tell you what we're talking about. So we were having a chat and he was asking me whether I had read the constitutional thing before the Supreme Court about the, he was trying to change this voting pattern. He thought about it, but he didn't really push it. He was always concerned about, since 2007, Akufo-Addo had been concerned about this voting thing. So what we see today, where when you are voting for presidential candidates, you have 100,000. It's actually Akufo-Addo's idea. He brought it to the MPP Congress for an amendment to the MPP Constitution so that when we are electing presidential candidates, polling station executive will also elect, not just few people from the constituency office. And that expanded it from 2,000 to over 100,000. Flight Lieutenant Rawlings, then alive, told NDC to do the same thing. And that's why we have what we have. So what we have today, Akufo-Addo owns it. Now, Akufo-Addo didn't want to do that. He wanted to go beyond, far beyond that. But somehow he thought that the time wasn't right. So he went to an MPP Congress and said that if the amendment fails, he will no longer run for president because he doesn't see the point. The amendment was successful and then he continued to run for president. So he was asking me whether I have read the Supreme Court thing. And I said, oh no, I haven't read. He was laughing at me that he has read everything. And then we started debating as to whether it included party chairman, because of course we're talking about the current situation. So he was asking that, but would it include party chairman? I said, I think so. He said, no, it won't. And he explained to me that the philosophy behind what he has read, he said he has read one of the 3 applications before the Supreme Court, but they are all the same. This is an 80-year-old man. He has read it. I haven't read it. And he was asking me, you're surprised? Are you, good evening, Ghana? You haven't read it? He was laughing at me. And he said that the chairman of the party is not presenting him for national election. So that one, the party can decide. He thinks that the Supreme Court's application is about members of parliament and presidential candidates, those that the party is presenting for national election. So that's the conversation.
When they are some course of political hell and also a mom say a general attorney general will reject a attaching requester or the command say yes, some of boy case no on twin quite check a cramano or bought out to a woman Sia Chama Wontumi dear. A 3rd July dear the judgment date day no a beba a man ama baby I say and running dino on the nedi. A bush has unsubscribing and not subscribing, no one share, no one hate say oh notification burner so am I and then send me back political hell and so ye de be about the domo. A bush near Damasi.